Bargain bin, let's see what crowd is in. Baba Dave and his hair, he's old man, but please don't stare. Alright, he's on the bargain bin. Next on up is Jacobus, with computer skills most dubious. Can he play a video stream? Way, here is the bargain bin. Bonus section, it's area black. For the furries, he's got your back. A long relief that rhymes with Steve. Can she weave? She'll knit you a sleeve. Whoa, they're on the bargain bin. It's on Monday night. If you're lucky, it's on time. It's a pile of shite, but to miss it is a crime. Just out the gate, it's Rob TP. He's not a dog, but he'll make you pee. Up for a laugh, he'll laugh at Oat. If he falls flat, he'll get his coat. Whoa, we are the bargain bin. You hear the bargain bin, huh? This is the bargain bin.
Hello.
The funny thing is, I can see John in the green room laughing along to the.
So you go, Jacobus?
You know when you sang that intro for the first time? On the last burn, was you doing jazz hands? Because I always picture that.
Burn!
I thought
If
Bravo.
I'd taken a deeper breath, I could have done that for longer, maybe.
Let me guess, that one was the truth.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I don't know why we came on this. We come to decide on this game tonight, but
Right.
yeah, I will enjoy learning your deep, dark secrets.
Yeah, it would be good show planning, right? If I related the game to the book we were talking about.
We can't have it all, can we?
There was something about 3, you said.
Yeah, it's a triple campaign. So 2 truths and 1 lie. That's 2 plus 1 equals 3. There we go.
Oh, okay, you know,
Very
works for me.
technically related.
Let's hope it works for John as well.
So, welcome back to the Bing Bong Show. We have 3 out of 4.
First time you said Bing Bong Show. Okay, good. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah.
Well, I've been thinking, we've been talking about doing a new intro, right?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as we get Dave back, we're going to have to do something special. Bring it back like the Bargain Bin Season 2 or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, God, we're already in Bargain Bin Season 2, aren't we? I mean, like, hey, have you figured, like the day, what is it? The day after tomorrow is June. Another 4 weeks. It's like a year and a half since we've been doing this. Bloody hell. Apart from the
Gee.
2 weeks we didn't.
Okay, time to quit.
You know, we've got more shows under our belt, I'm sure, than, I don't know, comparable shows such as Russian Troll Factory and probably, eh?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't counted, but we've been a lot more regular. Oi.
Something to do with Bran in the morning, yeah.
If Dave was here, we can make a joke.
Oh no, we're gonna miss out with Dave's deep dark secrets. One of them's got to do with a priest. Something's got to do with fecal matter. We know it. That's why he's decided.
That's the same story, Rob.
In nomine Patri Filii.
This would have been a brilliant show to have Dave on as well, to be fair.
Sure. Bloody Dave doing his ballet moves.
Yeah.
If you're in the audience and you don't know what we're talking about, Dave has had a whoopsie. Is his leg, isn't he?
Yeah, he tried to perform sexual favours for his favourite priest. All went wrong. Dave's not as flexible as he thought he was.
It was a bit too athletic.
Yeah, our prayers are with him. And he's not here to deny it, so it must be true.
There you go. It must be true.
Can't
Nice.
fault your logic. It's practically science. Okay,
Ah,
should we bring on the man himself?
let's do it.
Do it.
He is
was
the
weird.
creator of Black Dragon Black Tiger rather, Magna and the Posse, and I'm wondering, he's possibly also the creator of the Beyond Burger. It is John Hervey. How you doing, dude?
Yes, you call me John from Beyond Burger. Yes, that is me. I was just in the backstage having a good laugh. You should, Rob. You should make it. People will pay you to make their, intros for their shows.
Hey, hit me up. Call me,
You know?
baby.
Exactly.
Right,
You got to keep that.
Tune, sing the theme tune.
Oh, Dennis Waterman. Oh, no. The real Dennis Waterman, not David Wallier, but Dennis Waterman. He passed away. Write the theme tune, sing the theme tune. I got to apologize in advance, John, because we've got, obviously we're the UK lot. And there are possibly, and I can't remember what I wrote actually, there are possibly one or two things in my at least one true, two false, two lies that are kind of like Brit centric. So maybe we'll have to explain them to you, but
Okay.
we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
That's okay. Just kind of Britify me, and I'll be good.
Brutify you, careful there, because I thought you wanted me to brutify you.
That's a different.
That's a
stream.
whole other ball game.
That's a different stream. Yeah. Different
Talking of ball
demographics.
games. All right, John, who are you? What do you do? Give us your life story in 10 seconds flat.
All right, John Hervey. I make comics.
Nailed
Wow,
it.
he did it with time to spare.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say anything else about myself because I'm going to tell you guys a couple of true things and a couple of lies. So I don't want to give you guys.
Oh, yeah, we
give you
shot
any
ourselves
thought.
in the foot there.
Yeah, I don't want to give you
Oh.
any information.
Oh,
I mean, sure, you're my name may not be John. It may just be a stage name.
This is the most elaborate fucking ruse if your name's fucking.
Yeah, I mean, it's a ruse decades in the making just to throw this show off.
John, the only thing is, John. I mean, the only alternative to John I can think of is customer, but no, that's something else.
Yeah, there's others, but they don't work.
Oh God, yeah, of course, toilet.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn. Brutify you. Right. Okay. I think we've started already.
I think I've been brutified.
I reckon. How's about this then? Unless I've got any objections from the upper row, do you want to tell us all about your object and have at it?
Awesome.
Oh, I don't have an alternative. I just object.
Yeah,
that's it.
you're just exercising your rights. That's a good thing to do. Sometimes you just got to object.
Yeah, sometimes I sit on my right and exercise my left. Why don't?
You've been spending too much time with Dave. You have.
I totally have. I'm kind of like making up. I got big shoes to fill, especially since he's got a bloody cast.
Poor Dave.
Poor Dave. Yeah.
Okay then, John, if that is your real name.
You know what? I'll respond to it. How about that?
Sounds good.
Why don't you tell us a little something about Magna and the Posse?
Yes. I love coming on here because I'm like, it makes me feel like I've like generated less funds that I have. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
2023.
We
What's going on? People are just bailing on me.
Let's have a mouse hover over. What's that in Mickey Mouse money?
2,559 US dollars.
Nice.
Yeah, doubloons.
Yeah.
That's what it is in Disney currency.
Do we have any links to this campaign? Just out of interest.
There you go. It is
Whoa.
into the top.
Boom.
Nice.
You
So-
ask and you shall receive.
We're not normally this on it, to be fair.
I feel like posting a link is just a bare minimum prep.
You know what? You got my name, if it really is my name, right? So that's that goes a ways. So I feel like you're prepared.
Cool.
Prepared enough.
I'd appreciate it if everyone could go and check out the campaign for yourselves and consider supporting John, if that is his name.
Yes. So it's all an elaborate ruse.
So I'll scroll through this. Do you want to tell us give us the elevator pitch?
Yeah. So this is the first time I've done a multi-property campaign. So it's three different books, 2 different properties. It's all within the same Beyond Time universe. So those of you may have backed Magna Volume 1 in the past. Well, we have Volume 2, which completes that story arc. So we have all of these are 76-page graphic novels. So Volume 2 completes the story arc for the Last Pantheon. And that's a story of a young woman. And it's a little bit of it's a period piece. So it happens in 1942. And you get some elements of World War II in there. You get some fun elements if you're lovers of mythology like I am, of different pantheons, and you get a story which kind of lands you in the middle of the last days of the Last Pantheon. And this Last Pantheon is a hodgepodge. Different pantheon members that have come together for survival. So our protagonist, she finds herself in the midst of the final throes of this Last Pantheon. She learns about who she truly is, which is always a good one. And then she, has to ultimately discover and find and fight the threat, the ultimate threat to this Last Pantheon. So it's a fun ride. It's high adventure. The artist Marcio Abreu, he's just a fantastic penciler. I was able to find him. He had done some work previously with Dynamite on Red Sonja, so I knew he could pull off the aesthetic I was looking for, which is basically being able to, portray the characters the way I would like them portrayed. So you've got a strong, beautiful woman there. You've got some buffed up, soyless dudes, no soy, and just a lot of fun action. And we move the action pretty quickly. So you have Volume 2, and then there's 3 cover options for each graphic novel. Now, the caveat for Volume 1, I have a limited number of first prints left. So if somebody's interested in getting a first print, you'll see when we talk about the perks, you actually need to go in through one of the limited run perks to get the particular cover you want and then add everything else on. But if you're good getting second printing, you can just do the feature tier. So like I said, each volume has 3 different covers. I'm exceptionally pleased with the different covers. And the reason why it's kind of broken out that way is each graphic novel really is 3 issues. So each issue really has its own respective and relative cover. So you have the options of choosing. But I always want to make sure everyone gets everything. So inside, you'll get splashes of all the covers. So you'll end up with all of the cover images. It's just a question of which one do you want on the face of your book.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's Magna. And the next property is called the Posse Fugitives. So all of the stories I tell are kind of hodgepodges. So Magna has the World War II elements. It's got the mythology. It's got a number of different elements. The Posse, I would say, is a hodgepodge of it's kind of a gritty street story. It's got some Escape from New York elements. It's got some, even though it's different coast, Boys in the Hood type elements and some Hero for Hire type elements in it, and a lot of great metahuman action. So it starts off with a couple of rival gang members, Devin Willis and Ulysses Sanchez. They're institutionalized in a privatized prison, and the lifers there actually are have been undergoing different experimentation, and they end up inadvertently leading a mass jailbreak of the metahuman portion of the population there. And the city this takes place in is my version of New York. So I call it the Decapolis, but instead of 5 boroughs, there's 10. And each borough has its own magi, so it has its own kind of crime hierarchy. And when the metahumans flood into the Decapolis, it turns everything upside down on its head. And you have different plays for power. You have those guys, the dinos, who I love a lot. They're pretty much muscle for hire. So they're at their best when they're doing what they were doing up there, which is just wrecking shop. And then Ulysses Sanchez, Devin Willis, and some other folks need to they have to put aside their differences and come together and form the Posse to save their city. So that is the Posse in a nutshell. And where you're scrolling to now, it's some merch. So Shay the Red, she's awesome with having an eye for merch and kind of being able to put stuff together in a way that is really appealing. So she helped using some of the artwork that we have. She designed 4 different shirts, 2 for Magna from the covers, and 2 for the Posse. One is actually, I really love that kind of off-center panel of Devin Willis walking into the distance. And then the other one is another artist who goes by on Twitter. Well, his name is Charles Oak, but he goes by Artistita1. And he just did this really awesome old school, kind of has a little bit of a, Boys in the Hoodish type of feel, also a little bit of GTA type of feel. It's like a mural almost, so we were able to put that on the shirt. It's a great piece. So a couple of shirts, a few shirts, and then we have some reversible beanies. So I love beanies. So we were trying to see what we could do that would be different than what other campaigns have done. So each beanie is reversible. So the Magna one is black and yellow, and then the Posse is black and red.
Cool.
Yeah, so those are the goodies. There's also a digital option, of course, because I'm very much well aware that shipping is insane right now, and that's a whole nother issue that needs to be rectified somehow. But yeah, that's in a nutshell. That's the campaign. Those are kind of for those of you that have read Magna before, you know that I really like to kind of give you it's almost all these have like a trope, so to speak, but then to really take you in a different direction than you expect to go with the story. So you have a good time. It's a fun ride. It's not a lot of talking heads. It's we propel the story forward. We hit the beats, but we keep it flowing with action, and that's the way I love my comics.
Very cool. We've got a question from Goose. How long have you, John, if that's your real name, Herbie, been a writer?
Well, I'll tell you my cover story. So, purportedly, this John Herbie, I've been writing for quite a while. I'm gonna date myself now, and hopefully I won't jack up part of my truth and my truth. I'm really trying to hold on to my stuff. It took me a long time to come up with these questions, darn it. So,
now, John, he keeps his cards very close to his chest.
Very close to his chest. He's like, Graphic Goose is like, this jackass wouldn't even answer my question. He was worried about, this game they were going to play at the end. So in the Man, come on, Graphic Goose. You're about to make me give up part of my question.
Okay.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come back to this after we do the game. I'll come back and I'll answer the Graphic
We
Goose.
respect you for that. We
Yes.
respect you for that. Do any of your true or lie questions have anything to do with how long it takes you to put all this together?
No.
Well,
No.
let's go there.
Let's go there. So the production is complete, but the production took a very long time.
Yeah.
You know, especially as my artistic skills are lacking, so I have to work with have to get a team. I got to work with folks. I got to form Voltron to make books. I don't have the ability to. Well, I mean, I could draw, but then nobody would buy it for sure. So getting together a team, and then everyone, all you artists know. You guys know it's like if you're you have projects of your own you're trying to do. You have probably other work you're trying to do. So trying to work around artist schedules, probably takes for each graphic novel. Probably a year plus to complete, the actual work for the comics. So I'm pretty much trying to stay ahead. I'm trying to run ahead, from a scheduling perspective. So my next campaign, the art is already almost done for that campaign. But I started that like a little over a year ago. So it's always, it's a little bit of a machine, and it's a machine that is deeply in my pocket.
Mm-hmm. What? Come with me if you want to live.
What did I miss? Why are we bringing up Voltron?
Because Voltron is awesome.
I agree.
That's it. That's it.
Okay.
No, I was just talking about in kind of the comic book format. Putting comics together. I need to have a team, so I likened it to forming Voltron because Voltron is greater than the sum of its parts.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like when we made the bargain bin, we formed the shittiest Voltron.
Just don't ask what Dave is.
It was like,
We could say anything about him. He's not here.
That's what happens when you don't show up.
yeah,
You snooze, you lose.
Dave is the brown Voltron robot.
Yeah. Dave forms the buttocks.
Nice.
Dave's like, that's not cool.
Yeah. No. Is he in the chat now?
No, I haven't seen it.
Dave would be getting it worse if he was here.
That's true.
Cool. Yeah, let's talk about some of the tiers then, hey?
Yeah, for sure. So the graphic novel Trifecta, that's the easiest way to get all three. So you get volume 1 of Magna, volume 2 of Magna, and volume 1 of the Posse. Once again, you get 76 pages in each graphic novel. The one caveat here is there's a very strong chance that if you go through this tier, if you're a first print kind of person, you'll want to go through a different tier because there's a great possibility that you'll end up with a second printing. So if all of the first prints don't sell through the tiers, then in the order that people backed, I will give those folks, first, kind of first prints, the books. But otherwise, for volume 2 of Magna and for volume 1 of the Posse, you get to choose which cover that you want to use. And I'm really excited about the different cover options that we have for the book. I don't really feel like you can lose. So just kind of pick what you like, and you'll still get everything in the book. So there is a gallery at the end with all of the cover images. So I don't want anyone to feel like they didn't get something, in any part of the campaign. So the digital, so basically each graphic novel is 3 issues. So if you get the graphic novel equivalent, it's $10 for any one of the volumes. So that's, I think that's pretty good, for, pricing with regards to a digital tier. And you can get all 3 volumes if you like. Now, this is not, you're not getting a PDF. We have a digital reader on the site, so you'll be getting access to the comics on the site.
That's cool. Different.
Yeah.
It's good you got the digital option. Obviously, that's going to be cheaper for us, but you are also shipping everything to the UK, so that's cool for those who do want.
Have you got an approximate price at the moment? Have you looked into that?
Pricing sucks.
Yeah. Well, no, it does. Yeah.
Gosh.
For sure.
And you know what? So you guys have that VAR tax or
VAT.
VAT.
Yeah. So I guess the last campaign that we did. So before, I guess you as the recipient paid that tax.
Yeah.
But now, as the sender, we pay that tax. Or maybe they tax on both sides. Maybe everybody pays it. Maybe the recipient and it's just like double taxation.
That sounds more like it.
Yeah, probably just double taxation. But there's been increased taxes kind of added to the process within the last year.
On that point, and I think we've said it on the show before with other creators from the US, if you make it absolutely clear on the packaging that it's a gift, and if you put the printing, like if you put the value of the book, like at something ridiculous, maybe just like the printing cost or whatever.
Put it under £15, mark it as a gift and say it's a book. We'll still pay VAT, but would pay VAT on the shipping, not on the whole.
So
yeah, definitely. I like this guy. He's making notes. Nice. Mind you, you can catch it. You can catch this up tomorrow.
Stop farming for views, Rob.
He's like, and watch it again. If you didn't catch it, just watch it all the way through and watch it again. Yeah. Gotcha. No, that's a good insight. Because it's the shipping is getting out of hand.
I received a book today. The shipping was a little expensive, but I received a book. I didn't have to pay any tax. But then again, I'm in Germany, so.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, we're expecting you to show the book.
How big was the book, and how much was the shipping?
It was this big.
Oh, look at that!
Wow,
look at that! But we'll talk more about this later.
Okay.
That is a big book.
That is a big book.
Is a big book.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
it's a telephone book. That is.
Yeah, it is. So you have the first prints for volume 1. So if you're particular and you want a first print for volume 1, looks like there's 17 of that first one, 15 of the second one left, and I know that we have much more of the third available because that was the one we printed the most out of initially. So you can get first prints; they're available. If that's not a big deal to you, probably the easiest tier is just the Trifecta tier, and then a number of people already have volume 1 for Magna, so you can go in. It's very much the campaign is very much structured so that you can kind of a la carte what you want. So there's not a whole bunch of combinations. I just put the one featured combo up there just so that you have in your mind that okay, there are 3 different graphic novels to get. Otherwise, you just kind of go through and you a la carte it. You figure it out. If you want to get the Posse number 1 or Magna Volume 2, and if you go into the Posse number 1, when you add on, you can still pick a cover for Magna number 2. The only one you cannot pick a cover for when you do an add-on is Volume 1. Volume 1 is going to give you the default is that you're going to get a reprint. And then here are those shirts because I love them. I'm a big fan. And the thing is like so this is a shirt that Shay made for Black Tiger. This is kind of an example. And this shirt is very, it breathes. These shirts breathe very well.
Do they breathe fire?
This one does, right here, close to my nipple. It breathes fire.
Ooh, that burns.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, but it's, but it's. So these shirts, they're really nice quality. They breathe well. I'm a big fan. So
Cool.
Awesome.
That might be I don't know. Jacobus is our resident geek on taxing and
I thought you were
customs,
going to say something
etc.
about fashion then, like Jacobus is our resident fashion icon.
Yeah, that's why I look so panicked and concerned.
yeah, I saw his eyes go like this. His eyes were like,
I wouldn't do that to you, buddy. What would you say about shirts with crossing borders?
Say it's a children's shirt, and then there's no tax and VAT on it.
say it's a what?
Say it's
Children's.
for children.
Oh, children. Ooh.
It's a triple XL.
It's for many children at the same time.
I could get myself into real trouble by saying, yeah, it's for American kids.
You know, you said it, not me.
I did say it. I did. Mea culpa, mea culpa.
Yes. We do have some non-small children.
Non-small
The politest
children.
way that's ever been
I
said.
know.
Non-small.
Yes.
Non-standard youth.
Exactly. The standard has just gone up. That's all. The standard has increased.
Damn.
Has gotten bigger. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's a good insight, Jack. Thanks for that.
Hey, every
And,
now and again. Every
And
now
actually,
and again.
thanks for the for the intro. This looks really good.
No, I appreciate you guys. This is
Should we,
good stuff.
Should we check out the trailer?
Let's do that.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
Okay then.
Welcome, Beyond Time Travelers. You are in for a real treat with our first ever 3-in-1 campaign. We are making our biggest offering yet, featuring 3 graphic novels, 2 story arcs, all in one Beyond Time universe. Get ready for Volume 2 of Magna, The Last Pantheon. We had
That's how
a successful
David is
campaign
like.
for Volume 1, and we don't want to leave you hanging. This campaign will offer both Magna, The Last Pantheon, Volumes 1 and 2, so that those who have just discovered the adventures of Magna can get caught up. There are more deep mysteries that will be uncovered as Kari Skogsholm discovers more of her past and reaches her final stand against supernatural forces bent on humanity's destruction. But wait, there's more. We are also introducing our Beyond Time supporters to the Posse. This is the first time we are releasing the 76-page graphic novel of the Posse Fugitives Volume 1. It is the first installation of 2 gang members, Devin Willis and Ulysses Sanchez, and their need to put aside rival affiliations in order to save their city from the chaos following a full-scale jailbreak, releasing the deadliest of metahuman convicts. All of this happening in one amazing Beyond Time universe. All production is 100% complete as we continue our mission to bring you the very best in comic book entertainment. Join us for boundless imagination.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a beautiful artwork in there. Damn.
I'm really happy with the artwork, both interior and exterior.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. Are those pencils, are they digital pencils or real pencils?
So for both of those books, the pencils were real pencils.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. And did you do any, artwork auctions?
So I have not done any for this campaign. The artists, rightfully so, had already sold a number of the pages. That's their right to do, So I told them, hey, if you have any, that are remaining that you want to place on the campaign or, do anything of that nature, go for it. But it made me glad to know that people wanted to grab the art.
Yeah,
It's a good sign.
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
Hopefully they'll want to grab the darn book.
You'd hope.
Like, no, I'm good. I got the original art.
I make my own balloons.
That's right. Exactly. I can tell my own story.
Nice.
That's like the ultimate in like fan fiction. Like, I just tell my own story.
You've really got to be committed to buy a buck's worth of original art just to create your own story.
Just to crayon it in.
Exactly. I'm gonna see like another campaign out there where some dude has the original art and he's like, I made my own story out of this.
It all runs backwards.
Exactly.
Cool.
Okay. Well, dudes, there's the link pinned up top of the chat. It'd be really cool if you checked it out. Go and see if there's a tier for you. And support John. It'd be really cool.
That's right. That's right. Support this John guy. If his name is really John.
If his
Hey,
name's
Chris.
really John.
Mhm.
Also, I spotted D Rhino or Dr. Hino. I appreciate it.
Yes, is it Dr. Hino? Is it Dr. Hino? Is it Drino?
I thought it was the Rhino.
The Rhino.
Drino. There we
Okay.
go.
Let's not abuse the audience. They may not come back.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how to say the name properly. They can put it in there like phonetically.
Yeah. Do
But then
that.
I'll probably mess it up because I'll like use Ebonics on it. And it'll be like,
Or present your name to us in the form of two truths and a lie, and we'll have to figure it out.
I like that.
We'll have to do the meme with the two women fighting and the cat.
Yeah. But to what you're saying, I mean, I love just the entertainment value in the comics. I want the thumbnails to be over the top, kind of, the hyperbole to me is what's fun. I remember one of the comics I loved growing up was the Hulk. And one of the things they did in the Hulk was everything was super exaggerated. If the Hulk got hit, he was all upside down and it's like everything was over exaggerated, and it works in comics. It doesn't translate so well maybe if you're doing it in, trying to do it in a TV show or in a movie, but you can get away with it depending on the property. You can get away with it in a comic, and it's fun. So yeah.
Hell yeah, 100% agree. Sure.
That's right. That's right, Chris. I couldn't have said that better. That was excellent. Thanks, Chris.
Chris, your new PR manager.
Right? Exactly. Mind writing me some copy? Help me. Just saying.
Yeah, I'll be like doing your show introductions. Chris can do your PR stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I can have him in another window, and I can start talking. Only I can see him. He'll be like, "I bet, let me change subjects here."
So, which subject are we going on to? Are we going for game or are we going for book and share? Because I know that Jacobus wants to show us something.
He looks like not so much.
Didn't you have like a little cardboard folder that you put to one side? Was that not something you wanted to show us?
What side did I put it on?
That side.
That side.
That side, yeah.
This is the cardboard that we see behind you. So that cardboard.
I thought it
Cardboard
was something to do with TFT.
Oh, I do have one of them.
Yeah.
That's not a cardboard folder.
No, but it probably comes in one.
Yeah, I have this.
Oh, no. Did we show this off on the last show?
We did a bit,
believe
yeah.
We did, yeah.
Twisted fairy tales.
I watched the start of it, and I was creasing over the over you and Rob roasting Dave about the all you can eat buffet.
On what?
Oh, you don't remember now, do you?
No, I don't.
We're saying
I
that
didn't
they
actually hear what
wonderful-
you said acoustically.
Oh, Dave Was Dave not there because he was still at an all-you-can-eat buffet?
Yeah.
He hadn't finished. Or something like that?
Poor Dave.
When did he start? May.
Last Thursday, you said, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
We got just test copies back for Twisted Fairy Tales. It looks really good, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm trying to find a page that you've already seen, so it's not gonna ruin it.
Mm-hmm.
It is cool seeing it in person.
Yep.
Nice.
Whatever I have in it.
Is that like a test print that you just received?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, just to make sure everything lined up, everything looked good, everything. So you don't order loads of copies and like, oh, there's a massive mistake on this page.
Okay.
Nice.
And the reason I asked is very self-serving because I backed the book, so I was like, "Oh, if you already got them all in, man, you need to."
Oh, I haven't got them all in yet. I've got the test ones in.
Just making sure.
Just you wait, John. You'll send it back when you receive it.
This isn't what I ordered.
Cool.
Righty.
Well, Chris, we'll be filling your slots on your spinner rack pretty soon.
That sounds wrong.
I sound so wrong. Shall I give this a quick plug?
Yeah, do it.
Wait.
Yeah.
Before you do that, I just want to answer Graphic Goose. The latest on the hardcover is once we finish going through this and made sure all the inside or the interior pages is good, then we're going to order test copies for the hardcover. Because if there's a mistake in this one, there will be a mistake in the hardcover. So we're trying to fix all the mistakes here. Do it like that. Less back and forth. If that makes sense.
Smart move.
Righty. This from one of the cartoons.
The light makes it hard to see, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, take the light back off.
It was fun with the light off.
Yeah, was it? All right, then fair enough. Yeah. Okay. So from one of the cartoonist kayfabe guys, from Eli Schwab in the US, and hey, what's that? Something to do with Rob Price, and it says something there about the bargain bin, and I shall quote. I can't bloody see what it says. It says. Also, he's been one of the 4 regular hosts on the Monday night YouTube show, The Bargain Bin, where they talk comics, play games, and it serves as a promotional platform for independent comic creators. So we're in this as well. But not only that, yay! My strip, Take Care to Be Clear, made it in the pages as well, which is yeah, how can I describe that? Kind of like a futuristic horror sonnet, in the style of a sonnet at least. I could read a little bit. Come hither, pray listen to this tale bizarre of twin sisters, one hardy, brave, one meek, sophisticated, who born conjoined under Gemini star, had but one single wish to become separated. And that's the intro. That's all you're getting. But this is crazy big. 420 pages.
Wow.
That's a lot of book.
That is a lot of book.
Bravo, Roberto. For, If anyone is wondering where Rattle and Roll 2 is.
Then look up Twisted Fairy Tales and Wizard.
Yeah.
Although I must admit, I did Take Care to Be Clear long before I started on Rattle and Roll. So
Rob, you just had a lifeline there and you just threw it away.
Hey, tell you what, let's play a game.
Is it just? Oh, I thought Ari had froze then, but oh no, he has a bit.
I thought he was. I thought he was teleporting. I thought he was phasing in and out.
Oh wow, what's going on with that?
Yeah, that's a little bit strange.
Quite weird.
There we go. You're back from the nth dimension, kind of.
Yeah. Anyway, while Ari is trying to figure out how to live again.
How to compute.
Yes.
So the game is 2 truths,
If you
1
keep hearing me,
lie.
I'm going to refresh.
Okie doke.
If he refreshes, does that boot everybody else out?
We're about to find out, right?
No. We should all just go like this.
Dun, dun.
Just like hold a freeze pose until he gets back. Rob, you're doing that a bit too well. I think you might have actually frozen. Yeah, so 2 truths, 1 lie. I'd like to imagine the game is pretty self-explanatory. We're all going to read 3 statements. 2 are true, 1 is a lie. I imagine we're going to guess which one is the lie. Rob gave a teaser one out, I believe, this morning on Twitter.
Indeed.
Would you like to go over that?
I certainly can.
All
right.
Is sort of back.
Yeah, he's moving. He's a bit pixelated from my perspective, but he's there.
What's
Yeah.
happening?
So it's Minecraft area.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. The first one. I had a night on the
Can you hear me?
town with Colin Mockery. What? Yep. Shut up, stop interrupting. No, we can hear you, buddy. Can you hear us? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
And I don't think you can.
I don't know what's going on. All right, here we go. I had a night on the town with Colin Mockery and Ryan Stiles from Whose Line Is It Anyway? Do you know those guys, John?
I do.
If that is your name. Okay, so there's 2 guys
I
you know.
responded.
Good. I once swore at Ben Elton. Do you know who Ben Elton is?
No.
Okay, the guy who wrote We Will Rock You the musical.
Did you swear at him for writing the musical?
No, but it's a good question. I could have sworn at him for allowing the German version of it to be, to have, when you go to a musical that's like an English language musical, and you expect the text, the speaking parts to be in like German here in Germany. What I didn't reckon was that in We Will Rock You in Cologne in 2005. Some of the songs were translated into German as well. That's sacrilege. Anyway, back to this. So choice number 2, I once swore at Ben Elton, goodbye Aria.
Mhm.
And choice number 3, I once shouted, all right, Pauline, at Wendy Richard from EastEnders. Wendy Richard unfortunately died a few years ago. Was a very popular actress who was in a soap opera for many, many years here in the UK.
Okay.
Right, and she once complained on TV that whenever anybody sees her in the street, they call her Pauline. They never call her Wendy.
Okay.
Hey,
Look at it.
he's
back
back!
from the netherworld.
Yay! All right then, good. I'm not reading them again. So anyway, we only had 5 people voting, but thank you for voting. Thank you for taking the time. I had 1 vote for the Colin Mockery, 2 votes for Ben Elton, and 2 votes for All Right, Pauline. So
I think the first one is false.
you said, well, there are actually 2 false. 1 is true,
Yeah,
2 are
Rob
false.
did this whole thing backwards. He did 2 lies.
I thought it was 2 lies. 2 lies, 1
Put in
true.
the thumbnail, Rob.
What the fuck?
Rob, have you ever turned up to a game and got the game right?
Yes. The games that I plan, sure. Usually.
Right, so for you, we've got to guess which one's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, if I'd done that, this game would have been way easier in the prep stage.
Right?
Chris, why would you say that? All right, carry on, guys.
I think the second one is right.
Okay.
It was the second one.
So you say the number 2. Aria says he doesn't know because he wasn't here.
I'm going
I
number
answered
1.
you on Twitter.
Oh, you did, eh? So you reckon it's number 2 as well?
Oh, let me get on Twitter. Let me see.
I reckon number 1.
Right there.
You reckon number 1? I did meet Colin Mockery and Ryan Stiles in London, but I only served them beer.
Sounds like a night out to me.
Yeah. I know. I love those guys. I think they're hilarious. Yeah. In fact, the thing is, Colin Mocky came to the came to the bar. I didn't recognize him. I don't know why. I had decided because we had loads of international guests. I thought it was like Finnish or Swedish or something. And then when I went collecting glasses, and I saw him sitting with Ryan Stiles, I'm like, "Oh, it's you guys!" Right. I did once shout at Wendy Richard, but I didn't say, "All right, Pauline." I did
What
say,
did you say?
I said, "Hello, Wendy," because only 2 nights previously on TV, she'd been complaining on TV that everyone calls her Pauline when they see her out in public. So I called her by her real name.
You are an upstanding man.
Did she say anything back?
I was standing up, yeah. So again,
Did she say anything back to you?
she said, well, I can't remember. I think I said something like, hey, Wendy, are you happy that I got your name right? And she says, I am, thank you very much. Something like that. I mean, this is bloody 20 something years ago. So, but I did swear at Ben Elton.
All right.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
I was in a
or
yeah. I walked into this this bar on Compton Street in Soho. I used to go there on a Sunday afternoon just to chill, drink coffee, sketch. Anyway, I got to the table, saw there was somebody sitting there, but my attention was on the chair, on the empty chair at the table, and the place was full. And I just went up and I saw the chair. I was like talking really to the chair. I said, "Oh, is this chair free?" Then I looked up and it's Ben Elton. I says, "Bloody hell, bloody hell, you're Ben Elton," which I think he was already aware of.
Right. That'd have been bad if that was a surprise.
he was like, "What?"
Yeah, I can imagine, like, yeah, bloody hell, you're Ben Elton. Well, yes, actually, I am.
So are we not going to speak to the fact that Arya just like disappeared? He teleported out of this
I
dimension.
think he's just melted.
Yeah.
Melting.
I think he's gone to sacrifice a sheep to restore his internet powers.
He's doing what to a sheep?
I said sacrifice.
Don't ask. Don't ask.
Alrighty, good. So that's the first one out of the way.
All right. Very
John,
nice.
over to you,
All right.
I think.
All right. I will read you my well-crafted questions.
Now, before you start, Rob,
Yo.
all of ours contain 2 truths and only 1 lie. Okay, just so you understand.
Sorry, can you run that past me again?
Are you back?
I think I'm back.
I think so.
You look and sound back.
I'm
Yes,
looking ahead
He's
of
back. He's black on the Mac.
he's back.
Well, I said so. I don't want to make any misconstrue because of his name, Arya Blackness. I shouldn't have said that. Okay. Yeah, please carry on.
It's too late. You can't take it back.
Just move on quick.
Kind of wanted to hang around there. That was pretty funny.
What
But
did
yeah.
Rob say?
So here are my questions. Or my 2 truths and a lie. My first job in comics was as a gopher to the CEO of a comic book division.
A gopher.
Okay.
You guys know what I mean by gopher?
Yeah, small rodent, big teeth.
Okay, so no, this isn't Caddyshack.
No. You go for this. You go for that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactamundo. Okay, my next one. I was an extra in the first 2 seasons of The Flash as a barista at the Jitters coffee shop. I am an LA boy. And here's my last one. My wife, Priscilla, and I have been married for over 17 years and have 3 kids.
I believe all those things.
I definitely believe the wife one because she might be watching. He's not going to say anything that's a lie involving how long they've been married.
It's not a bad way of thinking.
Although if you are, I fucking salute you. You are a brave man. I'm going with, I think the lie is being an extra in the Flash.
Okay.
I think that the kids is a lie. He has less kids than he said.
No, he's got 5.
He has more kids.
I reckon the lie is his first job being in comics, being a gopher.
Okay. So everybody's cast their vote.
Yeah.
So my first job in comics, I worked for Motown Animation. It was in the Miracle Mile district of Los Angeles. One of the founders of Milestone, Michael Davis, was the CEO, and a buddy of mine was an editor on his team. I was at USC at the time. My buddy said, "Hey, man, you know, I know how much you love comics." I was like, "Just get me in there. I want to be able to do anything." So I ended up being the gopher for Michael Davis. You know, so I had all kinds of ideas, but he was just like, and I was always trying to pitch him ideas, and he's just like, "You know what? We have no shortage of ideas. What I need is some donuts and coffee. That's what I need from you. That's what I need from you."
Did you not write small scripts like in the donut boxes?
Yeah.
How would it be if?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like, you know, you try to sneak stories in here and there, so it's just like on the napkin. You know, it's like why'd you write on my napkin, John? Assuming John is your real name. So I have not answered that yet. That, you know, if I answer that, people may have to die. But
sounds like his name is Johannes. Okay.
Exactly, which is John for the most part. So I do live in LA, and most folks in LA aspire to be on TV, things of that nature. I actually have never been in any commercials. I never tried. But my daughter, though, was actually in an episode of Supergirl when she was little. She was like a little girl that Supergirl saves.
Huh.
And this leads to the other truth, which I have been married 17 years, and I have 3 children. Yes, indeed.
I was waiting for butts.
I was waiting for one of each.
No. My friend had one of those numbers. We went to college together, and he sent me like 4 years ago. He sends me a picture of this grown girl that looks dead like him, and I'm like, "What the heck is this?" And he's like, "Remember when we went to SummerSlam in Northern California? Remember when I hooked up with that chick?" Yeah, he had a daughter that he didn't know about.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
Caramba.
yeah, that was like,
Puppy.
yeah. No, only got the 3
Wow.
from the one wife.
So I got a point for that, didn't I?
You did.
Oh, we got
Oh, he's keeping score.
Oh, I am now. I'm on the scoreboard.
Well, exactly. If I had gotten Rob's question right, I would have been keeping score. But now it's just fun and games. It's not for anything. It's just
All right, I'm gonna go for one of mine now.
okay.
All right, so I have been hit by a car over 3 times.
The same car.
Backwards
And then tried again.
Yeah, I just
seen that
wouldn't die. I've never
Did it hit
broken
you
a
in the
bone.
beard?
I didn't have a beard then. If I did, it would have just bounced off. Yeah, so I've been hit by a car over 3 times, never broken a bone, and I once rode a motorbike into a hedge.
Golly.
I believe all of them again.
This is the challenge. The challenge is I want to believe that you rode a motorbike into a hedge, and I want to believe that you got hit by a car 3 times.
John, why do you want to believe that? I mean, I know why you want to believe that. We know, Jacobus, but why do you want to believe that?
Because it just seems appropriate. I You could have told me you fell off of a building. I'd be like, okay, there's 3 things that are true there. I'm gonna go with, just because it's the most absurd that all those things would have happened and you wouldn't have broken a bone. I'm gonna go with it. You've never broken a bone, just because it's absurd.
I'm going with a bone as well.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that? I'm going with a bone.
Well,
Go on.
The,
Go on. I'll stick with the bone as well.
I can actually say the only lie is about riding a motorbike into a hedge.
Really?
Like, yeah.
So you've never broken a bone?
Never broken a bone, and I've actually been hit by a car 5 times.
Why?
But I have learned to proper fucking pay attention to shit now. It hurts every time.
You know, on the
So
second
my
and the
question is
third
this.
time, why
You
is
did-
this happening to me?
You didn't really lie, because you have been hit by a car 3 times. You actually got hit 5 times. But why? What made you not say 5 times? I mean, were you just embarrassed that you got hit 5 times?
I thought,
Like 3 times was okay, but you're like, you know what? I can't say I got hit 5 times.
I thought if I went 5, I thought that's quite a high number, and they might think, wow, if he's gonna lie, he'd pick a smaller number.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Yeah.
That's a lot. You're like the Tupac of like getting hit by cars.
Yeah, but
You're like, you got to survive 5.
Here's a 5-pack.
Yeah, yeah.
You're once, twice, 3 times a roadkill.
Alright, dudes. Here's mine. I own 26 copies of Life on Korra.
that's gotta be true.
I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough.
There is a video of me playing Ave Maria on violin at the school assembly floating around on YouTube.
We're gonna
I
find
used to
that.
have a bright red mohawk with shaven sides of my head.
I believe all of them. The first one I really want to believe, just because it's like some kind of like horrific
The problem-
accident that you ordered it like so many times or something.
The problem
just-
with the first one is Mike Jimmy has about
The Life of
50
Korra.
million variants on his Life of Korra books. So we could only have 3 issues, but it comes to a total of 26 copies.
Ooh, okay. I hadn't thought about that. Look at you. Look at you.
I'm going with, I believe, the red mohawk, because I think I've seen a picture. I
believe
think
that
Neve
too.
might have shown me one. I'm going with the violin. I don't believe you're sophisticated enough to play the violin.
It was a mouth organ.
It was a ukulele, and he just
Harmonica.
Aria playing ukulele. If you could see what I can see when I'm cleaning windows. Turn out, try to get on it.
Yeah, you know what? I don't mean to be a copycat, but I was gonna go with number 2. Your YouTube or your internet, your viola. Was it viola or violin?
Violin.
Yeah, what's the difference, Aria? What's the difference?
Viola's bigger.
Oh, I'm changing. I think
See,
number
then
1.
that makes me change. See, that makes me think, because he knows.
I didn't even know if that's right. I just reckon number 1 now.
I'm not gonna get anything right this
How
whole
many
game,
did
huh?
you say you had? 26.
26 copies.
I'm going to go with 1. I'm going to go with
I'm going-
26.
I'm
I'm
going with
going-
number 2. Come
I'm
on,
going, 1's a lie. I think you've actually got 25.
let's go.
Okay,
No
well-
whinies.
I can't see
No,
it.
you can't see it.
I can't see it.
Nah.
But
If you turn your
Is that you
maybe
playing
light
the
down a
violin?
bit.
that was a photo of me with bright red mohawk.
Yeah, there we
Bloody
go.
hell!
That's awesome.
Eric's comment, Aria has the chin of someone who plays the violin.
It's taken many years of practice to get it like that.
What's in the box?
This
Oh god, yeah. What's in the box? What's in the box?
is a giant box filled with 26 copies of Life on Korra.
Oh, is it all your variant copies?
It's not all mine. It's I got the other ones too, but it's mostly mine. There's 20 copies of mine.
All right. Fair.
And no, there is no video of me playing a violin on the internet.
It's a cello upside down.
A violin and a viola.
All right.
It's a cello.
All right. At least I didn't
That's
get a donut.
That's what happened to the chin. It's a cello. All righty.
Right,
Round one. Nice. Oh, is it me
This is
again?
actually a lot harder than I thought
I
it
think
was. gonna
Jacobus
be.
won.
All right. So remember, I screwed up with the rules. So there we
Oh
go.
yeah.
I've got two. I've actually got three more. So do you want number one, number two, or number four?
I want number 2 because it sounds funny.
Right. Here we go. The first one is I once fell asleep during a party at a pub in Dubai and only woke up hours after the party had finished. Number 2, I once fell asleep in a nightclub in London. Number 3, I once fell asleep. See, they've all got themes, you see.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, I once fell asleep in the middle of a beach party in the Philippines while 3,000 partygoers danced to blasting house music around me. When I woke up, the sun had already risen.
You're narcoleptic.
Nah, he's just really, really, really old.
Oh God, I really ought to get my glasses sorted out. Yeah, what? So
we've got to find which one's true for you.
yeah.
What was the first one again? Sorry.
Falling asleep at a party at a pub in Dubai.
I'm fairly confident falling asleep in a London club's a lie because you'd be dead.
Okay.
You would have been stabbed and robbed and possibly raped. I'm going for the beach. I think that's a lie. So whatever one's left would be true.
I'm going to go
Dubai?
with Dubai. I'm going to go with Dubai as the lie.
So Dubai is the lie for you. Okay.
Dubai.
Dubai. So what? Dubai is because remember you're finding the one true one.
Ah.
Oh, wait, you did it backwards, right? So you find the one true one.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. All right.
Eric raises a good point. Do they have pubs in Dubai?
It's a dry country, right?
Yeah. Well.
If you know where to look.
Yeah. They do have pubs in Dubai, don't they? You just not allowed women or people like that in there.
I'll stay with my answer. I'll stay with Dubai.
So Dubai is the true.
It's true.
It's true. All right, Jacobus.
Yeah, I'm going Dubai as well.
All right. Aria.
At this point, I've forgotten the other option, so let's go to Dubai.
Well, you buggers. All right. Let's see. In reverse order, I did fall asleep. I got very drunk. Me and a guy I'd been traveling with drank. God, what was it? A bottle of Southern Comfort between us, like a regular size bottle between us. We like mixed it with cola, and we just got totally blotto. I did fall asleep in the middle of 3,000 people, but it wasn't the Philippines. It was at the full moon party in Koh Samui. Waking up with the sun already up, so that happened, but not in the Philippines.
Okay.
I never fell asleep in a pub in London, but I did fall asleep. Not in a pub, in a nightclub, but I did fall asleep in a nightclub in Cologne after a Christmas party with some of my students.
Did your students just bail? They just leave you there? They're like,
No, but they just kept an eye on me, Hey. But I did fall asleep. I basically it was the. I was in Dubai for 1 week in 2001, and I found out there was an Irish pub there, and they had a rain party because it hadn't rained there for 3 years. So like they had this annual thing where they like just get huge vats of water, water balloons, water pistols, etc., etc. It was just a huge big water fight outside the pub. So I went along, had a great time, got so tired. I mean, the heat. I'd been out. It had been 45 degrees, 45 degrees. So yeah, I sat down outside.
I'm from America. You got to translate. That means nothing to me. What is 45 degrees?
That's about 1,000,000 degrees in your mouth.
It's almost halfway to boiling.
Okay, that's hot.
Yeah,
That's
verdammpt. Yeah. And I just sat outside on. There's a little bit of grass outside. And the funny thing is, I just sat down thinking, oh God, I've just got to take a rest. And I woke up. The music's gone. The lights are out. And I'm like, where the... So I'm walking around like, and there's a security guard there. And his shirt is hanging out of his flies. Like, yeah, he's like, you know, you took your shirt into your trousers. Well, his shirt is kind of like that little bit like hanging out of his flies, and he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and then I'm looking at his shirt, and he's like, oh.
Did you get roofied?
Yeah, I think you woke
I
up
did
at
not.
the
I
right
did not.
time.
Were you walking funny?
No.
Passed out in the 1950s and woke up.
I actually had my rucksack in the pub, and it had my freaking I had my passport and everything. So I was like really lucky to get it back the next day. But I had to go back because, of course, they wouldn't let me in the pub because everything was closed up. Anyway, that's enough of me. Good. So everyone's a winner except for me. Damn it. All right. Who's next? John, if that is your name.
I only had one set of questions, and that took me like a whole day. I mean, I was thinking about that since Arya sent me the message, and I just finished the questions like 5 minutes before getting on.
It was super hard. You should have done what Rob did and just made up your own game and come with that.
Exactly. I'll just tell you everything is a lie. You're all wrong. Yeah. Everything was true. How's that?
Well, what about you other guys? Have you got others as well?
Yeah, I've got a couple more.
All right.
All right. I think some of these you might already know though. So I'm going with. I took most of my GCSEs high. I took my driving.
You mean like in like Mexico City, or like in the Himalayas? What?
Kind of high. I took my driving theory test hungover, and I passed my driving test first time. And there's two truths in there, one lie.
Well, I'm going with the lie is that you passed it the first time, because the thing that you didn't add on that is that you were high or that you were hungover. So I think you took your first driving test high or hungover and you didn't pass it.
You know what song I'm going to start singing now, don't you? Ba 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 da ba ba ba. Because I got high, because I got high, because I got high. Ba da ba ba ba.
Yeah, I think you passed it on your second attempt. I think that's the lie.
Alright.
You know what? I'll go with that one as well.
Yeah, that is correct.
Were you high or drunk? I need to know. I have to know.
I'd done my GCSEs high, and my theory test I was very hungover.
Yeah.
And passed.
Okay.
And I just didn't pass first time on my driving test.
Okay.
Not everybody does. That's okay.
But I was sober, which I think was the mistake.
I was about to say, so the next time you went there drunk and you passed.
They could have given you points for that. No, they probably would have given you points for that.
Yeah, not the kind of points I want though.
Exactly.
What do points make? Ooh, prison fines.
What's on your record?
All right.
Okay, here's mine then. I once shared a flat with a guy who believed he had fire powers. I'm pretty sure a girl I went to art school with was in a cult. I once won a school-based lottery while at art school. When I went to receive the prize money, they told me I had won it on behalf of my department, and it was to be spent on oil paints and stuff. I was devastated.
Oh, that definitely sounds true.
That last one is so jacked up, it has to be true. That's so messed up.
The cult. Yeah. What was the first one again?
Hey, look, I went to college with there was a couple girls that were witches, and they were like, they would like try to cast, stuff on people. So I believe the first one.
I say all that work they did in Salem was a complete waste of time then.
Well, I mean, if you're going to do a job, do it completely.
Exactly.
Just saved on firewood. Right. Okay. What was the first one again?
I once shared a flat with a guy who believed he had fire powers.
Well, the question is this:
What are fire powers?
And where did the powers emanate from?
He believed he could create fire with his hands, and the power came from a crystal he wore around his neck.
Okay.
So it's not like he used to light his own farts.
Right.
Now we know what's happened to Dave.
Just out of interest, Aria, when did you live in this flat?
In art school.
And you went to art school in...
I was like in Carmarthen.
In Carmarthen.
Well, the Graphic Goose. So
that explains everything.
Was you roommates with Graphic Goose?
I wasn't, but
I thought you might have believed he had fire powers or something.
Does Graphic Goose light his own farts?
Yeah, he was bitten by a radioactive goose. He's got.
Come on, let's have the whole story. He wasn't bitten.
He just honks really loud.
He was molested by a radioactive goose.
This person,
I'm not laughing at the tragedy of that. I'm just.
This person that believed he could have fire powers, like, did he think he was really good at it, or did he think he was just
Yeah,
a
he
rookie?
thought he was hot shit. Excuse the pun. He thought he was good at it until it didn't work.
They
Oh, yeah.
burnt alive.
I thought you were gonna say like you beat him down and took his fire crystal.
Take that, bitch.
I am a fire starter.
Right, okay.
Oh man,
I mean, it's
a
quite
lot of good
plausible
material there.
for someone.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Fireman Sam.
What was the
Fireman
second one
Sam
again?
is the lie.
The second one was the cult woman.
Yeah, fire powers, cult, and lottery.
Okay, lottery. Lottery's the lie.
Yeah, I have to believe the fire powers one. I have to believe that one. And the cult, I believe that one. So I'm going with number 3.
Can I just say as well, number 1 is probably most likely going to be the lie, but I want it to be number 3.
Yeah,
But,
just we want you to have lived with somebody who thought they had fire powers because that just
after this
because
show,
it's so absurd.
can we write a sitcom about
not
just
healthy.
a random guy that thinks he's got fire powers,
Yeah.
sharing a flat with an art student, just see how it goes?
Who's in a cult?
Yeah.
Is it a fire
Wait,
pole?
was Neve this person that believed she was in a cult?
No.
Yeah. I'm sticking with the lottery being a lie then.
Okay. The lottery was the lie. So the fire powers and the cult, both based on true events.
Whoa, I'm just too trusting a person. That's the thing. Eh?
Wow.
Yeah. All right then.
That's pretty good.
Did you
Damn.
actually believe you had fire powers? Like, did you test it out before you told other people?
He tested it out. We were pretty new to the university, right? And the class was dead quiet. I was sat at the back trying to work on a drawing, and this guy comes up to me, and he's staring at his hands really intensely, at the center of his hands, really intensely, and then he goes, your hand in there. I'm like, oh, okay. Put my hand in. And he goes, it's hot, isn't it? I go, no, not really.
Oh
So
god.
he grunts and then he just goes back to it. He's staring at his hands. For ages now. He's dead quiet in the classroom and we're brand new, so I'm feeling awkward. And he goes again, your hand with it. I put my hand in and he goes, it's hot, isn't it? I go, no. And then he storms off and he's upset for the rest of the day because his fire powers aren't
He
working.
burns the school down. And, he's like,
And this is your roommate though. This is
He
your
lived,
roommate.
he lived in the flat right below me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Golly.
Weird.
Yeah, that's no good.
Students are weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a witch, a goose, a man who thinks he can make fire,
And Aria.
and an owl.
The guy who disguises himself as a giant red cockerel. Notice I said cockerel.
Being very polite.
Go on then, Rob. Your turn.
Right. Okay, you can have number 1 or number 4.
Goose has just put fire guy was weird. I hope he's not watching, but he wouldn't understand.
Alrighty. What do you want? Number 1 or number 4?
Number 1.
Yeah, number 1 is good. Actually, they're all pretty damn good, but number 1 is good as well. Okay,
We'll
and
be
they're
the
all
judge of
they're
that.
all on their own themes, right? So, number 1. Okay, here we go. I have missed 3 flights in my life. I was once so nervous during a 3-minute stint of piloting a private helicopter, the real pilot took the control back early. I once let rip during a flight that was so bad, people started complaining to the crew.
The lie is the first one.
Wait, there's only one truth in yours, isn't there?
There's only one. Yeah, there's only one truth there.
Oh shit, I'm doing it backwards.
I'm going for the last one. I think you farted that bad that people complain.
Mike, can I ask a question about the last one?
Yeah, go
Was
on.
it one fart or was it a series of farts?
It was. God, if I can remember now, I think I kind of spaced them out a little bit.
Oh, so you covered the whole flight, not just like the first.
No. I mean, it was within like a I don't know, like a 1 minute period, but you know, like.
Drop,
It wasn't like I kept on going, like, you know, like Steamboat Willie. I just love the fact that people know what Steamboat Willie is.
I think the Steamboat Willie one is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all think Rob stunk out a plane.
So that's you guys, the two J and J, and what about the A?
Yeah, I think he farted.
No, I read about somebody who farted. Actually, no, I think it was they dropped one in the toilet and it was so bad they had to divert the plane.
What a guy!
What?
I know. Yeah, seriously, that was in the news. That's where I got that one from. So it's not me. All right then.
That's disgusting.
All right then. I've been in a helicopter. I've been in a few helicopters, but I've never piloted it. All right. I have indeed missed 3 flights in my life. Yeah, once from Hong Kong. Once when I was leaving Taiwan, I missed my flight, overstayed my visa, and was denied a landing visa for 1 year. And many years ago, I was seeing a young lady, and she was flying into Paris, and I had to get from Cologne to Paris, and I should have flown to Paris. But I was so drunk the night before, I completely missed the flight and had to pay extra to pay for a train. The flight from Hong Kong. Now that's a story in itself, if we've got time. Oh, okay. So basically, I lied to my school. I was working at a school, and I asked them when I took the job on. I said, I want this time off for the handover for Hong Kong. Right when we gave Hong Kong to the Chinese, and the vice principal said, "Yeah, we can talk about that later." And then later came and they said, "No, the Parents Teacher Association said no." And I was like, "Mm-mm-mm." I was working in Korea at the time, and I was called in sick on the Monday morning from Hong Kong.
Nice.
And then I missed my flight back.
I've called in sick. And they get a phone call going, "Oh, we got a phone call from Hong Kong. Oh, Rob's sick."
And the crazy thing is, right, I actually managed to get back at like a day late. Should have got back on the Tuesday afternoon to get back on the Wednesday to go back to work. Ended up trundling into work on the Thursday or the Friday. And the teachers who were like my bosses were like, "Where have you been?" And my answer was, "I've been to Hong Kong." And there's that old joke, the one where the guy in the Chinese restaurant, "Oh, this chicken's rubbery." "Oh, thank you very much." "No, it's disgusting. I can't eat it." Where's you been?" "Oh, I've been to Hong Kong." "No, you fool. Where's you really been?" "Yeah, I've really been to Hong Kong." And that's all I could think of when they said to me, "Where have you been?" And I was like, "I've been to Hong Kong." That's all I could think of at that moment. I am a bad boy. Okay, good. Jacobus, your turn.
These are the last three I've got. So, I fainted when my wife was giving birth. I was put in a headlock while my wife was giving birth. And I suggested the name Charmander for my son on the condition that when he turned 14, we would change his name to Charmeleon. And when he turned 36, we would change it to Charizard.
Oh my goodness.
I have no idea what was going on with number 3. That's
It's
got to be
Pokemon.
some kind of comic reference that I have
It's
no
Pokemon.
idea.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
Pokemon
God.
reference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So which one?
I got 2 truths and 1 lie.
You know the headlock one? Were you
Yeah.
like at WrestleMania and your wife started going into labor?
No, this was in the hospital where it happened.
Why?
They had an orderly headlock you, or was it one of the nurses, or was it your wife?
The wife.
You don't know how bad I want that to be true.
I love this game. Is your missus listening to you now?
Well, I don't know if she's listening, but she's over there.
Now she's listening because you hear her say she.
Oh my goodness.
Right, I think the headlock is a lie.
I would say fainting is a lie.
I want the headlock to be true, and I want the Charmander story to be true. So I'm choosing not based on anything logical, but just because if those are true, it'll make my day. So that's it.
We got to remember. You'd also wanted him to be hit by cars 3 times. So,
But it was even better. He was hit 5 times. It was even better. There's a dark comedy to it. I mean, it's like if he were like paralyzed or something, then I'd be like, "Oh, dude, I don't want you to." That's not cool. But like, he's been hit by a car 5 times and he's fine. He's been choked out by his wife. He didn't suffer too much brain damage. That's cool.
All right, so Aria thinks Rob thinks the fainting was a lie. Aria's going with headlock being a lie.
Although it could well be true. That's
John's going with.
So I'm going with So I know what I want to be true. The headlock is true, and Charmander is true.
Yeah, so John's going with fainted being a lie.
Yes.
And I could quite happily say the only lie in all of that was the fainting. I didn't faint. Everything else true.
Hey! I got a point!
What brought your wife to put you in a headlock?
Do you know what? It was completely irrational and bang out of order.
Yes.
Was it something to do with like pushing a melon through something that's not the size of a melon?
I was being so amazing.
I
She
love that.
said, "Oh, I need a drink. Can you get me like a cup of water?" And I turned around to get the cup of water off the table, and she was like, "Get the fuck back here!" And I was like, "Ah!"
You did this.
I want you to feel how this feels.
So yeah,
That made my day.
now whenever she wants a drink, I'm fucking right in that kitchen.
Yeah, you are. Man. Yeah, you are. She doesn't even have to finish the sentence.
Yeah,
You're already pouring the water. You're already pouring the water.
Cool.
That's amazing.
Alright. We'll do one more then. I once played a bright green grasshopper in a nativity. I fit right in next to the donkey, the shepherd, and the baby Jesus.
What? You did what on the baby Jesus?
Goodness.
I once played a bright green grasshopper in
I got that.
Okay. I once met Johan Griffith in a Weatherspoons in Abergavenny, but couldn't approach him because I couldn't remember his name.
Who did you meet?
Johan Griffith, Mr. Fantastic. You don't know Johan Griffith? Okay. Let's pause the game while I Google this.
Let me just go get a bottle opener.
Yeah. You can read out the last one while you was googling it.
Hang on, I've done it now. This is Johan Griffith. He plays Mr. Fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Rob must know him. He'll probably know him when he sees him.
Oh, that guy. Oh, okay.
Okay.
And you couldn't remember his name. You didn't want to call him Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Got
so,
it. Sorry.
okay.
There's a
Cheers.
copyright strike.
Okay.
That's a very tight suit, isn't it?
I once met Johan Griffith, and Stanley's bodyguard once picked me up and moved me aside at Comic-Con.
He picked you up. Hello, lovey. I like your hair. Huh. So we're looking for the lie. What was the first one again? Something with a grasshopper, and you did what on the baby Jesus's head?
Right. I once played a bright green grasshopper in a nativity. I fit in right next to the donkey, the shepherds, and the baby Jesus.
Oh, now I get it. Sorry. Okay, yeah.
I once met Johan Griffith at the Weatherspoons in Abergavenny, but couldn't approach him because I couldn't remember his name. Stanley's bodyguard once picked me up and moved me aside at a Comic-Con.
What Comic-Con?
It was London 2016.
Jack, you've met Arya in real life. How tall is he? Is he pick-upable?
Yeah. He's not like
Now you have to try harder than that.
not like pick up and put you in your pocket, but you could pick him up. Why did you get picked up and moved? Was you just stood there and it was just like, oi, treacle, out the way?
Treacle.
I was reading the map of the layout of the convention, and next thing you knew, I was being picked up and moved, and I turn around, and there's Stan Lee and his entourage going past, and the bodyguard sets me back down out of the way, and they carry on going.
That's very bloody rude, isn't it? Could have at least say, "Excuse me, please, young sir," not just.
I'm
Struggling. I think number. I don't know, because I mean, who would remember if you met the guy from Mr. Fantastic? Probably wouldn't remember what his name really was. That's believable. I mean, none of us knew. You had to Google the dude.
Mind you, it is a Welsh name, and Harriet is
Mexican.
a Welshman, partly.
Okay, so shame on you. So that's probably true.
I mean, that Welsh city, he said, could be made up. I haven't even got a clue. Just sounded
Marvin, come
like a
on.
cuff. No, that was the...
Abergavenny.
Oh, Abergavenny, yeah, Aveni. Yeah. I know Aveni.
Yeah, you
Dwi'n
know.
nabod Aveni.
I'll say number 3 is a lie.
You know this play, The Nativity?
Yeah.
Did you have any lines?
Sure,
Yeah, I
sure.
don't remember them now because they were in school.
Was it chirp chirp because nobody was laughing?
What? So how did this... Is it a grasshopper? How did that fit into the...
Well, you know how British schools are doing the thing now where they're trying to move away from Christianity in the classroom.
And they wanted to go to Pinocchio.
My sort of generation.
Pinocchio.
So yeah, they ended up a grasshopper in the manger, and don't ask me.
Well, I mean,
So they figured, you know what we'll do is we'll just desecrate Christianity. That's what we'll do.
yeah, we'll send in a plague of locusts. Oh
Right.
yeah, here's the costume.
So that was true.
I don't.
That was
even
true,
know
right?
We haven't decided yet.
Okay. I picked number 3 to be false.
Yeah, I think I'm going with number 3.
I'm going to go with this cricket. No, cricket with the grasshopper locust.
It's more like Jiminy Cricket.
Graphic Goose says he unlocked the video just to like it again for the Pinocchio joke. Thanks, man.
Chip.
I think it's going to be number 3. I don't think you'd have been moved out of the way. I think if Stanley was there, he'd be sat down, not walking through.
He'd be on like a litter, you know, like being carried around by four.
Carried around like a king. Kind of. Yeah, I think number 3 is the lie.
Number 1.
John.
Number 3.
Okay, none of you got it. I never saw your own graphic at a Wetherspoon.
Darn it.
Oh,
I was
right.
a nativity, and yes, Stanley's bodyguard picked me up and moved me out the way.
Bloody hell.
See, you're right. He would have recognized his fellow Welshman, and he would have remembered his name.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I did come up with 3 more questions.
Go.
Okay. So,
Oh.
when I was in middle school, I got slapped by a teacher for being an idiot.
Was it like a bitch slap?
When
Can
I
we say
was
that?
It wasn't not backhanded slap. You know, yeah. I didn't get bitch slapped, but I got slapped. When I was in Jamaica for a friend's wedding, I passed out in the bushes near where we were staying. My friends found me in the bushes the next day and dubbed me the Bushmaster. My last one was when I lived in LA. I met the musical group TLC at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
That's oddly specific, but okay.
Everybody loves chicken and waffles.
And I don't know, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. It's one of those exotic chains that we don't have over here.
Very unexotic.
How old was you when your teacher slapped you up?
I was in 7th grade.
That means nothing.
Which
Yeah.
that means nothing to us. So was that 13 years old?
So I was 12.
Okay.
See, that'd be
Yeah,
secondary
there's
school
that
for us. You can't get slapped in secondary school.
Well,
But
it's that
then-
puberty age. I mean, like some kids around that age, you really wanna, but
I don't want to sound harsh, but like you can't get slapped like by a teacher in our schools, but you also can't go around shooting people in our schools. So
That seems to happen anyway.
I see. I don't think it's allowed. I think that they just don't do enough to disallow it. All right, let's move on from that. Right. Oh my God! Hey, what's this can of worms?
pass it here, I'll open it.
So you guys got banned? What happened?
I would say something to do with TLC and Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
Okay.
Chicken? Who has chicken and waffles on the same plate? That's got to be a lie, right?
So you're going with 3. You're going with 3. What are you guys going with?
Oh my God! Graphic
Dang,
Goose
okay,
has been called.
snap.
He has been called a fencing cat.
Wow.
To be fair, that means something else
Wow.
in well. So
Yes. A farting cart.
A fencing cat.
Wow, that's not cool.
okay.
What was the
A
second
floating
one?
coat.
Which one?
The second one.
The second one is when I was in Jamaica for a
Jamaica.
friend's wedding. I passed out in the bushes near where we were staying. My friends found me the next day in the bushes and dubbed me the Bushmaster.
I've got an idea. They call you a bushmaster, but for a completely different reason.
Very believable.
Something to do with a hotel sauna.
I'm going number 1.
You're going with number 1?
Yeah.
The slapping?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the slap is the lie.
The slap is a lie? Okay.
Number 1.
So we have 2 number 1s and 1 number 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll walk through the answers. So when I was in 7th grade, a friend of mine, Chris Hamilton, and I, we were in class. We were being complete idiots. So then the teacher kicked us out of the class for being too loud. And then for some reason, we started trying to climb on the roof. So the kids were looking.
As you do.
How there's no explanation. Of
There's
for
no, there's
some
no
reason.
explanation. So like the way the lockers were set up, you could kind of reach the roof. We were already kicked out of class, so everybody else is in class, but they're watching us. So then the teacher, she came out after having kicked us out. She said, "Come back here." And she said, "I am reviewing the situation." She slapped both of us and sent us to the principal.
She was a very musical teacher.
Yeah, she sung and slapped us, and then sent us to the principal. So I couldn't even be mad at that. So that did happen. So
I'm gonna watch this again.
So for Rob's question, so there is a famous place in Los Angeles. There's a couple locations called Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. And it sounds like a terrible combination, but it's an awesome combination. You have fried chicken and waffles with butter and syrup. You can get a half chicken or a quarter chicken. So we went there. It's kind of a hole in the wall place in Hollywood. The original, we went there, and TLC, all 3 band members of TLC were there. So, it was, me and a friend actually got a chance to just talk with them for just not too long. They were just chilling out, eating their chicken and waffles. Nice. And the place is probably, it's a really small place. It only seats has 8 tables.
You're probably sitting
we were
shoulder to shoulder with them then.
Yeah, exactly. So, got to talk with them. That was, while Left Eye was still alive, of course. And so that was cool. So now this story about the Bushmaster, that was my friend. So it was my wedding. So that was my wedding. My wife and I got married in Jamaica. Okay. and it was like we stayed at one of those kind of all-inclusive resorts. But my friends, because my buddies wanted to get loose, so they rented a house and they stayed off the premises, which is kind of a dangerous proposition too in Jamaica. So one of our friends, he got exceptionally toasty. They sent him back. They sent him back to the place they were staying, but then they realized he never made it back. So
Oh, geez.
So these idiots, they called me, and I'm like, oh, don't tell me my friend Olu just got killed and like just disappeared. And so everyone was worried. Where is this guy? The next day, they go outside, and he's in the bushes, right next to the place where they stayed. So apparently he made it back, but he passed out and fell into the bushes. So they pulled him out the bushes, revived him, and ergo he is the Bushmaster.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm surprised because, guys, Aria Jacobus, would you recognize TLC?
Definitely not.
Respect to you, John, if that is your real name.
Assuming that's my real name. But they were a huge group at the time. Yeah.
What year was this? Approximately.
Oh man, this was in the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah. He looks younger than he is.
No, I'm just well preserved.
Pickled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, we're at 146. Do you want to hear one more?
Go on, Rob. I feel like you've got one more that you won't be able to sleep if you don't get it off your chest.
Ah, you know it. Okay, here we go. Very quickly. Where's my Mac? Okay. I once threw up after a park ride at Universal Studios. I once threw up over a party of innocent bystanders while trying to make my way to the bathroom in time. I once threw up in a public bin after eating too much Pizza Hut pizza.
So in the second one, did you throw up on people?
Over the table where they were sitting. Up the wall.
Oh, wow.
Was the first one, Rob? I glitched.
After a park ride at Universal in where is Universal, John?
There's a couple. One's in Florida. One's in LA.
One's in LA.
Was the LA one?
What ride was it?
Oh God, I can't remember. I think it was a Back to the Future one. But this is like 20-something years ago.
Okay.
Was there a Back to the Future ride, John, 20 years ago? I don't know.
There's a Back to the Future ride. I can't tell you the exact date, but I think it's been around. Marty McFly's been around for a long time. So yeah.
What time did you go on this ride, Rob? Exactly.
It was about 5:30 in the afternoon after waiting for about 23 minutes.
What shoes we knew?
They were blue with kind of like white stripes.
Okay, since you've got all the answers, what's the numbers on your credit card?
It's 0800. Suck my balls. Right. So what have you got?
You're too healthy to eat Pizza Hut, so
too healthy.
Hi, Dad. There's only one truth in yours, and then we've got to find the true one.
Yep.
That's right. That's only one truth.
This on number 2. Where was this?
Taiwan, Taipei. Pub called 99's on Jinshan Nanlu. My favorite pub.
I love how you say shit like that as if we could go, oh yeah, that place.
I basically lived at that pub for the 3 years I was living there, on a Friday and Saturday night.
With any of these?
He knows your name.
Say what?
With any of these being sick stuff, do you remember what you was eating or drinking or what?
So the one in Taiwan, the one in Los Angeles, it was just like regular stuff, I mean, sorry, dude, but a lot of like stuff that like fast food is very greasy as well. No, wherever you are, whether it's in America or wherever. In Taiwan, it was mainly to do with like, hey, like local guys saying, hey, have another glass, have another glass. 多喝吧, 多喝吧. Yeah, like that.
All right, I'll believe them. I'll believe the Taiwan story.
Okay. All right. So John's going with
Yes,
okay.
projectile vomit.
Jacobus?
I'm very non-trusting of you, Robert.
But why? Look at me. I've got such an innocent face.
You look like you're having a stroke.
I know.
There's a photo of Theresa May like this.
I'm going. Oh, we've got to pick a true entry, not a lie. I think Pizza Hut's a lie.
Okay.
I think.
I think the pub one is true.
The pub. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
I'm going LA. Number 1.
Alrighty. Okay. So I've been to LA and I was at Universal Studios and I wasn't sick. Of course I wasn't sick. All right.
You say
that's
that,
out.
but all 3 of the options ended with you being sick.
All right.
So much
Fair
for
enough.
iron gut.
In Taiwan, I was in 99's bar, and out the corner of my eye, I saw this guy like wavering and weaving and making his way to the bathroom and not making it. And seriously, he projectile vomited. There were these 4 really cute Chinese girls sitting at a table minding their own fucking business, and all of a sudden this crazy, like, it was a German guy as well. He comes, like, tries to make his way to the toilets and just misses completely. And I spoke to him afterwards, and he was there on a business trip, and his business partners were doing the whole, have some more, you're German, you can take it. So I actually witnessed that. That was incredibly, it was disgusting. And the screams of those girls, I'm sorry, but it was so fucking hilarious.
That's nasty.
It is so nasty. But I did go to Pizza Hut, and that was also in Taipei, and it tasted so good, but it was so greasy. I was there with a young lady friend, and we were in the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Gardens, which is like this really big park in Taipei. And I was like, oh God, I cannot. Oh, I got to get to a bathroom. And I couldn't I found a bin and started hurling. The young lady I was with, at the time, she was only 26 years old, but already suffering from premature arthritis, which is not a great thing. This is the reason she was actually in Taiwan, because she was an American girl, could actually afford healthcare in Taiwan, right? She'd been made bankrupt because of healthcare in the US, so she went to Taiwan for that. So she was there like, oh, you're all right. And this old lady came along, bless her heart. And she was like, oh, okay, he's eaten something bad. You need to do this to him, like Chinese medicine, acupuncture, whatever. So she takes the young lady's hands and starts pressing on her hands. And, she's absolutely in agony because she's
her arthritic hands.
Yeah, her arthritic hands, and she's absolutely and I mean, she doesn't speak Chinese, and I was like too busy throwing my guts up to explain, no, don't do that to her, it's hurting her. But so on the one side I was like listening to this and like trying to stop it, but still. Is that a good place to stop the show?
You sounded a bit muffled then.
Who, me or John?
Aria.
Oh,
I was just saying, how throwing up in a bin is a good analogy for this whole show.
I like that. Nice.
Okay, so just to remind everyone, go check out John's book. It looks pretty cool. Magna and the Posse. Go check it out. There's the link. I would really appreciate it if everyone from the UK could go and show some support.
Yeah, if you don't back it, his teacher's going to slap him in the head again.
And it's traumatic. It's traumatic to get slapped in front of your whole class.
You're bound to be scarred for the rest of a life. What was it? You're bound to be screwed up by the terrible images you must carry around with you for the rest of your life. There you go.
That's why I hate Disney movies. People breaking into song. She broke into song and slapped me.
What did she say again?
She said, "I am reviewing the situation." I never forget that.
Was it to the like melody of La Cucaracha?
Yeah, it was really good. I mean,
Yeah,
she never lost her humor about it. She walked up, she sang, she slapped us, and sent us to the principal's office and went back to teach like nothing happened. You mean my friend went to the principal's office like.
Cool. All right.
That's the story of the night.
That's excellent.
John, have you done it before?
What was that?
Rob, do you have one last thing?
Yeah, I just wanted to say because I didn't supply a link. Check me out, Rob G. Price Tunes on Twitter. If you're interested in this massive 420-page tome from Eli Schwab. Alrighty, peace out.
Okay. Well, John, have you done the gay wave before?
They got me before. You got me last time.
Oh yeah.
Rob got me last time. I ain't falling.
No, come on. I didn't, did I?
Yes, you did, and I was the only buster doing it.
Damn.
I'd be remembering.
Hey,
to the point where we've done that many shows with that many amazing guests that they come back on and look, hell no, I'm not doing that again.
Did we answer Graphic Goose's question about how long you've been doing comics now?
Oh yeah, okay. So I first started working with Motown Animation in the mid '90s. So I was first published in '95. The book was called Trouble Man. It was a book that was published by Image Comics. And Motown's imprint was called Motown Machine Works. So that was the first time I was published in comics.
Was it? Did you say Trouble or Travel Man?
Trouble. Just like the Marvin Gaye song, Trouble Man.
All righty.
Trouble Man.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's the end of the show. We'll be kind to John. We'll do the gay wave with him. 3, 2, 1.
See?
Bargain bin, let's see what crowd is in. Baba Dave and his hair, he's old man, but please don't stare. Alright, he's on the bargain bin. Next on up is Jacobus, with computer skills most dubious. Can he play a video stream? Way, here is the bargain bin. Bonus section, it's area black. For the furries, he's got your back. A long relief that rhymes with Steve. Can she weave? She'll knit you a sleeve. Whoa, they're on the bargain bin. It's on Monday night. If you're lucky, it's on time. It's a pile of shite, but to miss it is a crime. Just out the gate, it's Rob GP. He's not a dog, but he'll make you pee. Up for a laugh, he'll laugh at Oat. If he falls flat, he'll get his coat. Whoa, we are the bargain bin. You hear the bargain bin, huh? This is the bargain bin.